Till Mitesh sets it up, I think like at some points some people are sleeping also, or they are getting tired after a hearty lunch maybe and some tea. So maybe everyone can stand up, clap, so everyone will get energized for the event which we are having. Just everyone get up, just on your seat, please just clap. Just thank you. Thank you. So, hello everyone. I'll introduce myself. My name is Ankita, and I'm a regional manager for the African region. So, what I'll talk about is basically Frappe community, which we are trying to build, and also thanks to Mitesh, and Vimal from VV Systems. A great thank you so that we can all come together today, and they have hosted this event brilliantly. They have organized everything, so great kudos to them. So let me start from the very basic. So my name is Ankita, and today I'll start firstly with the journey which I had with Frappe. So it is a bit emotional also, which I had connection with Frappe. So I was actually a lawyer by profession. And 7 to 8 years, I have been into the law firm industry. I was practicing, I was in litigation. So if you see on the, okay, it's not being screened. It's changing, but it's not. It's not coming. So I was a lawyer by profession. 7 to 8 years, I was into going to courts, handling litigation, but it did not satisfy me for the fact that I didn't adapt to the culture which I had. So on the left-hand side, what you can see is that me going to the court. So I was wearing black and white. So that it is as dull as it looks. So yeah. So traditional setup, I was not okay with yes, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. I was not okay with it, and my freedom for creative ideas were kind of getting hampered. So it was not leading to any personal growth which I could have. So because of which the culture which I found in a law firm was very toxic. So I did not like this. I wanted my ideas to be valued, my ideas to be communicated. So that is the reason. So the journey started was that my brother-in-law, he's in AWS, and he told me this, that why don't you look into open source project? I was like, what is that? So I didn't know what an open source was. So he's like, okay, I'll give you some links, just read up. So first link which he shared was Rushab's LinkedIn profile. So I actually started following Rushab, and that's how like his blog posts were actually a nurturing factor for me to know about open source and ERP solution. I did not know what an ERP solution was also, because my complete journey was always in a law firm. So I did not know what it was. But then I found that open source is actually not just a product, like it's not an ideology only on a product, but it is also the culture, what even Rushabh is trying to build around it. So that is the reason I started following him from October 2020 to December 2015. I was actually following his blog post. And during COVID, many people had a lot of time to read and all of that. So it gave me a lot of knowledge nurturing, and that's what built me. And on 50, I remember the even date also. On 15 December 2020, he posted, "I need data privacy lawyers." I was like, okay, I'm on board. So within 15 minutes, I applied. And the HR Rima, that time she was there, and she responded to me immediately. And she had a talk with me over a call. I think Rusha wants to meet. I'm like, absolutely, I have no problems. So then that happened. So what you can see on my right side, that is my workstation when I came to Frappe. So I'm just cycling over Hell's Gate. So that's what the culture provides you, and that's the beauty of open source and what it empowers a person as well. So, so happened, I joined Frappe. So Frappe was in need of handling their contracts. So Frappe was working into services sector that time. In 2020, we were working also in product as well as services. And that is when they wanted to streamline their contracts. And that's where I came in. I tried to streamline it. So 1 year I worked on it. But then again, I felt that this is really a lot of grunt work. I mean, I can do this, automating everything, but why am I wasting this time not doing something which I value more? So that's where I decided that I will look into partnership. And that also happened over a cup of coffee, surprisingly, Frappe. So then I talked to Rishabh and I decided that, okay, let me shift or maybe handle both legal as well as the business side. And that's how I got into the African market. There was no like logic behind that I took the African market, but it was just, no one was taking it, so I took it. So that's how it happened. Then I realized that why we actually do services. So because I was working on the contracts as well as on the partnership side, I was like, why are we doing services? I mean, I remember I had a long discussion also, like around 1.5 hours with Rishabh, like, why are we doing this and why are we taking the liability? Like, this is what partners are doing, and why are we also doing the same thing? So because our focus should be on the product, right? So that's where the evolution of partnership came up. So our Frappe partnership became the focus, and we realized that services is not our cup of tea. I think Rishabh also mentioned it very beautifully in his talk, that Frappe Cloud is not, Frappe services is not our sector, and we don't want to compete with our partners. We want to build the ecosystem, we want to build the community, we want to work together. So that's what our focus was. And so basically, we had a credit system when we introduced Frappe partnership in 2021. In January, we introduced the Frappe partnership, and that time we had 2 partners. In 2023, we had around 45 partners, and right now in 2024, we have 150 partners. So that's the scale is what we are growing. And why it majorly happened is that we had a credit system earlier, where we were charging around 7,000 credits, which partners were supposed to pay in advance. But we realized that that is demotivating for partners to join the community. So we reduced the price to 1,450 annual fee, so that everyone in the community gets nurtured, gets what they're looking for. And that's where we came up with our benefits. We came with Frappe certifications. We gave 2 free certifications for consultants, and they could get product training at the framework as well as ERP next level. So that's what the journey was. And of course, we were promoting Frappe Cloud, so we came to a policy of Frappe Cloud. And so partners became our real heroes. So that's what was there. So our annual recurring fee was reduced to 1,450. So benefits, I already discussed that. Certification was one of them, then the listing. So Frappe did provide a platform for partners as well as partners to show their skill and show like what are they capable of. So we provided the platform to them, and we provided them end-to-end support. So whatever support they require from Frappe's end, that's what we provided them. So then came process maturity. We went through certification, we went through listing, we went through end-to-end support, but then realized that we are providing ERP solution. Partners are also providing an ERP solution. We need to know how are they managing their business processes internally, because first you need to implement it yourself for to provide that solution to someone else. So first you have to have your business processes aligned. So that's how the process maturity model came, and that also became a very important part of the partnership. So the first level was training. So anyone who starts with the partnership starts with training pending. So they complete their certification, and then they went through the audit. So they complete the certification, and then they go through the process audit of how are they managing their business process internally. And if you have unstable businesses, then you are at least in level 3. So you need to align your businesses to map out how you're working within your organization. And then we came to a much more higher level after business processes, when data-driven decisions you have to take based on the data which you have in the system. So that's where your business strategy comes into picture. So at level 5, you are just the boss. So you are completely data-driven, you are completely process-aligned, and that's where you will provide 100% proper solutions to your customers. So we also have done this process maturity within Frappe as well, and we internally also map Frappe Cloud, uptime, we map our SLAs on our support, we map our Sentry issues, our PLG, our sales SLA. Everything is mapped through the process maturity model, which we have also internally done within the organization. So our path to success is basically, we'll be working with partners, we will provide a great product, and our aim is to provide a quality product to the customers, whereas the partners come along where they provide the implementation and provide the end-to-end support to the customers. So that's where we are working together to provide the solution to everyone in the community. So currently, as an African community, in 2021, when I joined the Africa community, before me, there was someone managing it around 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So in 2021, we started with only 2 partners. And now we are a team of 23 partners exactly, as of today. And we are serving in 12 plus countries all across Africa. And we are catering to almost 1K customers only in Africa. So
if you move to Southern Africa, they have a specific way. You move to North Africa, they have their own rules. And even to Europe as such, how do you intend to support the aspect of data privacy and protection?
So basically, this was the reason that this was a kind of a driving force why we shifted to a community-driven model, where partners from different regions actually understand what the regional compliances is. Like, I'm coming from a legal profession, so I understand that these compliances becomes really tedious, and someone in ground needs to understand, because from region to region, every compliance is different. So that's why we are making it a community-driven platform where everyone in the community understands the compliance and provides the best solutions to the customers. I hope I answered your question. Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you so much.